Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again after another week away. We are back for... I have not done that yet. Dang it. Everyone go away. Let me...
Goodbye.
I need to change the name.
He has one job.
To run everything.
I need to... We are on episode 20. Which is a lot.
It's a lot of apps.
And we are no longer in the Eye of the Beholder. We are in... You guys get to witness this as we play. Done. Updated. Alright, there we go. Hello. Welcome back. We are here for episode 20. Our characters are level 8. And we're going to go ahead and have all 4 of these chucklefucks roll a d20, please.
I'm sorry, I just broke all of my fingers.
Oof.
All of them.
All of them.
Unfortunate. Are you kidding me? It's like
Hey,
the fifth
these
time in a
rolls
row.
take like a fifth of my good rolls for during the game, so not gonna.
So, Gafan, please tell us what's happened. What's been going on in the last 20 episodes?
Well, we got on a boat, and then we left a place, and then we went to another place. So we left Waterdeep, and we
As you do.
went to... What's that?
I said, as you do.
Yep, we left a place, went to a place. We left Waterdeep. We got General Tendaris and that whole thing together. Escaped after all the explosions. Made it to Nightstone. Went over to Larch's abode. And found Larch's brother dying, essentially. They did some hanging out together, last minute type saying goodbyes type stuff, and Larch's brother died. Then Larch's 2 sisters of like 15 siblings or something crazy decided they were going to take revenge on an eye tyrant. We decided we were going to go help. Then everything went bad. Essentially everybody but me and Jasper went down. Several deaths, several petrifications.
I think only one death, right?
I mean, one death. One death due to breaking.
One permadeath.
One petrification. Gafan was the best player on both sides. He's just too much of a powerhouse, apparently.
You might want to explain.
Levine got lightning bolted, and then
By who?
Gafan, duh.
Yeah.
And then Jasper was like 4 HP away from getting fireballed to the face. But Jasper saved the day, killed the beholder, broke the charm on Gafan, and everything was brought back to normal, except the Revivify locket was used, which was a lot of money gone. Who did that get used on?
That got used
sister.
on
Oh, the
Hazel.
sister.
Yeah. Levine used
One of the
it
sisters.
on Larch's
It was-
sister, so we could get Larch back.
Which one was it? Hazel or Willow?
Hazel, the cleric.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
used
we
on
needed-
Hazel,
Cleric back, and then the cleric used Greater Restoration to
on Larch, and on
Great.
Crate.
Crate.
So everybody but one sister is okay. After the fight, we leveled up to level 8, and we divvied up the loot, and then dumped a bunch of the leftover loot into the bag of holding,
Mhm.
and
Which I have
that's-
recorded.
And then that's where we were at.
Yes, indeed. So, you guys are... You're there in the Lair of the Beholder.
Yep.
Who knows what these caves and caverns once were? It's been morphed and twisted with acid pools and just pools of sludge and slime over the years as the Underdark and the Beholder itself have twisted this area. There's a massive table with the ruins of a bone golem on top, and at the base of the table are the shattered shards of willow. There's a bit of the monk's hand still with a very faint glow from the holy weapon that was placed upon them. There was a couple more pieces, but it seems beyond repair. Hazel, after greater rustering, Larch and Crate goes over towards her sister's remains and just kind of sits there, tucks her knees under herself, and she just kind of weeps a bit.
I join her.
She just kind of puts her arm around your shoulder, and you guys kind of take a bit of solace in each other. And it's comforting, again, knowing that your family's there. And Hazel just kind of puts her head on your shoulder and just says, "That definitely didn't go as planned."
At least it won't take any more.
You're right. She rises and quickly rubs her eyes and just fixes her hair and turns back towards the other three of you and Crate. Just thank you for helping us avenge our brother's murder and our sister's now. Thank you. We don't have any need. The loot is yours. I can't ask to take that. You did more than I asked. You could have turned back at any point, but thank you for staying around. And she just kind of goes around and gives you all a hug and a handshake and just thanks you all. And she goes back to her sister's remains and kind of starts very softly and reverently picking them up and grabbing them and just getting as many of the...
I would do the same.
Yeah, getting as many as the noticeable pieces as possible. Whereas a lot of the other stuff could be either gravel or rubble, or it could be pieces of her. You're not sure. You're not gonna Swiffer duster the whole place just for... But yeah, she grabs the noticeable pieces and... I guess we better go. Does anyone... I mean, there's not really anything left of the Beholder. Thanks to that.
If there were happened to be any like intact eyes, like the eye stalk eyes, I would want to collect those.
There is one. You're not sure which ray it was, but there's one eye, and there's a couple teeth.
And then so the eye, a couple teeth, and then I wanted to see if I could find the arcane core for the golem.
Okay. Roll me just a quick investigation check, please. A 12, not too bad. The core, you find it's a small... Well, actually, it's fairly big for you. It's about the size of your hand. It's a cracked, very roughly cut diamond that seems to be devoid of any light or magic, since the creature is now dead.
If I'm able to retrieve that out of him, I'll take that too.
Okay. It's cannot be re-enchanted, but it is a diamond worth 450 gold pieces.
So, one beholder eye question mark and handful of teeth and a diamond.
Say
fistful of
five beholder teeth.
Okay.
Was Willow and her stuff turned to stone?
Her stuff is still there, but she doesn't really carry much stuff.
Yeah, I would just start gathering that stuff up too.
There's a couple of days' rations, a water skin, and some hand wraps. Other than that, she was very simple. Simple needs, being both barbarian and monk. She was definitely in tune with just beating the shit out of shit with her hands, which she did fairly good against the beholder that first hit. What was it, 97 damage or something to it?
Yeah, something crazy.
97.
It just fucking one man punched him. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh no, I was impressed. So impressed. I wrote that down. It was 93.
Yeah, she did pretty good. Fucking
She was badass.
behold.
Like,
Yeah,
respect. Yeah.
Girl boss.
the beholder stopped and was like, good hit. Wow, all right. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I respect it.
I'm gonna take the hand wraps and wrap them around the staff I have.
Okay. Yeah, Crate. He's just seems a little. He's definitely very glad that he's no longer stone. And he's glad that Levine didn't get a chance to steal his glaive.
I don't take things off of unconscious or dead people. So.
Well, that seems to be your loss.
And yet I'm fine with it. And he's alive.
That's
So
fine.
nobody's upset with each other.
Hey.
At least between the two of us.
I have never taken anything off of your body.
It's not wrong. Colbo and Dreyfus were the bad ones.
Yeah. And that guy
Sure.
died.
Both of them died.
See what happened to them.
Yep.
Katie paid off the storm giant to kill Colbo. They stole my boat. Fuck her up. Fuck them up. So Hazel puts their back on their back on their pack on, and well, Larchie, do you have any? I know you're kind of dabbling in weird shit. Do you have anything that can collapse this cavern?
Yeah, I can do a couple things, I think. Yep. You and Beck?
I am pretty sure that I can do that.
I think it's probably for the best. I mean, this whole place, I think, should probably just be buried under stone. Save people from stumbling in.
I am pretty sure that I can do that.
All right.
What's your plan? Because I was just gonna use like 6 fireballs and just.
Fuck you. I mean, they do have concussive force.
Between the three of us, we can manage a lot of fireballs.
Hey,
Yeah.
Levine's here too. She can fire hands the
Burning hands of
I
rock.
will just burn it to the ground.
What were the new spells I took? Hold on.
Are there any natural or unnatural, or natural or manufactured supports in the?
there's the giant central column.
Hmm.
This room kind of it looks more like this chamber was probably a natural gas pocket at some point that formed over the years, and then the natural gas released, and then the beholder took it over. So it's just this giant, just kind of natural cavern. So there's a couple supports and stuff in the rocks, so you could probably take out and weak points to try and collapse it.
Okay. Yeah, I would. I guess mold earth doesn't move stone, does it?
I don't believe so. I think it's just silt.
Yeah. Well.
Silt and them.
Yep. Well, I think I'm going to pop off. I have 3 level
Oh, I'm
3s
just
and a
gonna
level
pop off.
4, so I'll use what I need to use to collapse the major supports.
Okay.
Using my superior intellect, I will determine which spots I need to hit accurately.
Okay. You took a couple classes in like architectural design and stuff. They were like
At Harvard.
just
Why not?
your bonus points. Like
Yeah, it's an elective. I
yeah.
had to do it.
There's like literature and math and then
It's your
architecture.
first year elective.
Yeah.
Performing arts.
Yeah.
I was in choir for a while.
So you over time it takes a couple spells worth. So mark off 2 of your highest level spell slots.
Okay, it'll be a 4 and a 3.
Okay. And with the assistance of everyone else, you managed to do fairly good. Not just the archway, but you managed to collapse a decent section of the tunnel, the cave itself. So you guys travel back up the meandering caves. The pool's still filled with sludge. No eyes popping out to peek at you guys, though. Seems that as the beholder died, that stopped happening, which is good. It means that hopefully the beholder's actually dead.
Question: did we do a long rest after we leveled?
You did, yes.
Yeah, we had to.
yeah.
So Hazel could.
I'm assuming I didn't long rest because I was a rock boy.
You long rested, we'll say.
Okay.
That's fine.
Can't rocks rest.
I was Dwayne the Rock Johnsoning.
But yeah, you guys were able to do all that stuff you needed. The rope is still there. You work your way up. It's a little bit harder than working your way down. Because climbing's normally harder than rappelling.
Well, most of us just free fell anyway, so.
Yeah. Yes, you did. And it was Willow that went down face first just to fucking flex on all of you. You guys had.
No, that was me.
Was it?
Yeah.
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 He rolled that nat
Just, like,
20 for
swan
repelling.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah. So you
Played
guys.
the loot on the way down.
I don't know. Just Spider-Man slid just down on a string. But yeah, you guys make your way up. I'm not gonna make your roll. You guys fall and all die in the bottom of this fucking cave.
No lakes, please.
You.
As we go on the ocean for 8 months.
Hey. At least it's not a river. You make it out of the crevasse in the ground. Crate just informs you that he'll meet you guys back at town. He gives Hazel a hug and a kiss on the cheek, thanking her for, bringing him back to life, basically, from being a stoneman.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
And
Off the field.
Hazel just slaps Larch on the arm. I'm a girl girl. Are you guys heading back to the Boat, or are you heading back to the Grove?
I feel terrible for exploding everyone, so I'm gonna go back to the boat with Crate.
Okay.
Just lightning bolt and run.
As Crate's
I'm-
walking away, you're like, shit, hold up. All right.
Hang out with them. I'm pretty sure I killed 2 of them.
It's all right. Giga split the party. It's all right. Jasper, Grove, or Boat?
I would be heading to the Grove.
Levine and Larch, I'm assuming the same.
Mm-hmm.
How
So-
about you guys tell my parents about what happened to Willow? I'm gonna go on the boat.
Larch just like, yeah,
Yeah,
bye
Larch
guys.
just
Like, oh,
Larch,
Jasper
who even
forward.
rolls now?
Larch goes back into the fucking cave. He's like, this is where I live now. I'm done. I've had a tough fucking 2 weeks.
Peace.
Okay, so you head back to the grove once again. The giant cusps of evergreens and coniferous trees. You can see a couple sloths, the monkeys dangling around the apes. Jasper, as you're walking along, you also, on this kind of meandering path through towards the center of the grove, you kind of dip in a bit and then back out of this large kind of shallow imprint in the floor of this 4-pronged foot that's been grown over and grassed.
Oh, like a giant ass footprint.
Like a giant ass footprint of something that's stepped through here and the ground's grown over it, but it left a massive imprint from here. Who knows how long ago.
See you at the boat, guys.
One wizard down.
You continue on, and once again you come into the Heritage Apple orchards with the massive Gaffon-sized bees buzzing around. And
I'm not a unit of measurement.
Yeah.
Too late. It happened.
Too late. It's a thing.
the grove begins to open up, and again there's the Shadow Elder tree in the center, several dozen feet high.
How many Gaffons?
Fairy lights dangling throughout, ribbons much like on Larch's staff dangling down, and there is only one small fire burning, and that is in your parents' house. Larch. Cob houses is what I was looking for the other day. Last time we played, there were cob houses. So you approach your parents' home, Larch.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the wrist wraps off the staff and kind of fold them all nicely and carry them in.
Are you knocking on the door, or are you just going in?
I'll knock first. Wait for...
You hear a wood against stone. No. Your parents are just
No.
going at it.
I can't tell them now.
The door opens, and just a moment here. Uno momento, signore. No, it's okay. What's your name? There we go. And opening the door is Alder, your tiefling brother.
Mm.
He's standing there, light bluish, almost gray skin, and he's got just beautiful ornate winter cloaks on and stuff. It looks like he's only just arrived. He's got a... What type of warlock is he, Larch? Is he a hexblade?
Hold on. Is he the one that's just straight warlock?
Yeah.
I think he was gonna be, because the other one's hexblade. I forget what he was, to be honest. Hold on. I have it in a
None
document.
of the siblings are just commoner.
Yeah, they all went to really good colleges, and
None of them went to community college. They all went to, like, Ivy Leagues.
Oh, they all went to universities except for Larch,
Okay.
who did 2 years at a community, and then was kind of like, all right, I've got what I need. He never got his degree.
I took a home ec course. I know how to cook things.
He was the guy on the what do they call it? The slack line. You ever see those guys? You know, I think that's what it's called. It's like a trapeze thing. Like a tightrope. and people tie them between. I went to a very liberal school, so it was like hacky sacks and
I was about to say,
slackline.
he's in
I
the
could
hacky
tell
sack
by
circle.
the by the bandana. I have an idea for him if it's okay if I fill that
Sure. Yeah.
in. He's a great old one.
Okay. He whispers in your ear.
So yeah, he's got these beautiful deep blue navy winter cloaks, and he has a it looks like a holster on the side of his on the inside of his coat, just a thick book strapped to it, and he just looks you all over and looks at you large. Brother, you are back.
I wish I could say it was good to see you, but under these circumstances, you know.
He nods. I wish so as well. And he takes a step back, and Dale and what's her name? I always forget her name.
Ethel.
Ethel, thank you. You get 10 points.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Oh yeah.
No, we don't talk about that. That's yeah, so Dale and Ethel, they're sitting there. They're just having some tea and stuff, and Alder walks you all in, and Ethel and Dale both see the lack of Willow. She got a little too sure of herself, didn't she? Dale says.
Yeah. And I just put the wraps on the table.
Did she at least go down fighting?
I've never someone punched so hard in my life.
Good.
If I had to put her punch on a scale of 1 to 100, it was probably about 93.
Okay, so there was room for improvements, but she did pretty good.
She always believed
No,
in like she could do better.
Nobody's perfect.
She had that inspirational poster with the dolphins on it in her bedroom.
Dale just comes over and gives you a hug. And then Ethel comes up. Alder wraps around you as well. And Hazel comes up behind. And once again, like when you first arrived, it's just a big family hug. Ethel grabs the other three of you and brings you all into the family hug as well. Levine, you're pushed right up against Larch, and you're right in the center as well of this big family warm hug.
I love it. It's great. Okay.
Alder's one of the first ones to break away. Well, you at least destroyed the tyrant.
Hurt
Good.
anyone else, at least.
Good. If she could have given her life to do something like that, you and I both know she would have. Good.
She did give her life to do something like that.
Yes, that's why I mentioned it, Archie.
Well, you said if. I mean.
Yeah, yes, Larch, I know. So, what's next? Are you all staying here?
I think we're heading out to try and solve this whole ordering business.
You're on that track as well.
Oh, you know some stuff about the ordering? I mean,
I've been following some leads. Been
have you ever heard of?
Been a lot of rumblings, and I've been following the lead of the Bright Lord. Do you
We've
guys
heard this name too.
something? He's an outside player. He doesn't seem to be dragon or giant. I just came back from up north, and he kind of gestures towards his cloaks and stuff. And there was a large swath of frost giants that were taken out, seemingly from some sort of plague that devoured their flesh. This was not pleasant.
What did it look like?
Unfortunately, I got there too late, and most of them were just... It looked almost like a plague of locusts had gone through, eating crops, leaving half-eaten swaths of wheat and stuff, but rather than wheat, it was small patches of skin and fur. It left nothing in its wake. Even the rabbits, the foxes. I saw the skeleton of a still decomposing dragon. Frost dragon. Fairly far away from the... Excuse me. Fairly far away from the frost giants as well. Whatever this Bright Lord is, he's going after everything. All the players. Giants and dragons alike. And he's
Last time. Oh, sorry.
He's got something under his control that's not good.
Last time we even heard about this Bright Lord seemed to be in league with goblins and was actually going after a previous member of our party. I think we still have that note. Right?
Who last had it?
I think Sid had it, but I mean, oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some of Sid's stuff, but not all of
I
it.
don't have it. I don't remember if Colbo grabbed that.
Colbo did not. They were more focused on some other things.
Yeah.
But it seemed like they wanted him for something, and now that you bring up disease and plague, I mean, Sid kind of had a weird thing going on with that. I wonder if it's linked in any way.
Was he... This Sid... What did they look like?
I will disguise self with my Furbolg ability and look as Sid-like as possible.
He just kind of looks you over.
And then I take the holy symbol out too, because I've been holding on to that. Does this mean anything to you?
I've seen that face when I was up north, though he had no sickness on him.
How long ago?
4 or 5 days ago.
No.
Did Sid have a brother? Or, I mean, it can't be. Can it?
I saw them in the distance. You know, I've got fairly good vision.
He was
He
devoured by a dragon. I
He
mean,
was sliced by a dragon, but his innards were on the out. So
Hold on. He was bitten by a dragon, and then someone threw an axe and it chopped off his leg.
someone. someone.
That didn't happen.
This guy still have to look like the last vision of Sid I saw.
Oh god.
No, I don't.
I mean, he was with another group of people under a white sheet with a blood red hand on it.
Wait.
That
He
sounds
was
like the note we got with the hand.
under a sheet.
The banner.
Okay, because I was like, his dead body was under.
No, they weren't. It wasn't a concession of Sid's body. No, he was standing under the banner.
Hmm. Levy, do you remember where Sid said he was from? Hmm.
No.
I'm sorry I interrupted you though, Lurch. You said you were trying to go where?
Oh, we got a lead for a place called the Oasis of Prosperity, the Isle of Prosperity. It was one of the two.
Oasis, I believe.
Oasis. Oasis. Alder whispers the correct location into my head.
Ah!
Oh, my bean.
I've not heard of this place. No.
Well, we're supposed to find a sphinx there who could help us, perhaps. It's one of the few leads we have left.
Okay. Well, I'm only here for a little bit. I am to return in a couple hours.
Have you seen a floating castle at all in tides with the Ordning or giants? It seems that we've been at the spots of a lot of different giant attacks, and we've seen a castle floating in the sky.
A castle or a tower?
More like a tower, I think.
I believe I've seen a tower.
You know what?
It's high in the air, and it normally is near northern lights.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know how many there are in the world, so it may have been the same one.
I don't know if it's leading the attacks or following them, but it's been at each one we've been at.
It's been... I don't know. It's been too far away to spot other than in the distance. I normally keep myself fairly grounded. You know, I never liked flying or climbing trees or anything.
Funny, because, I mean, we're all named after trees. You'd think you'd like
Yes, that is
You're
true.
around 'em.
But I know. Did you see your name was Levine?
Yes.
Who are your parents?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. I apologize for prying.
It's no bother.
So, a bit of time goes by. Hazel and the others mourning Willow's death. Elder talks a bit of his journeys up north. He's apparently been traveling with another small group of people in the northern reaches, far, far north. They've been looking for signs of an ancient temple buried up there. They've, as of yet, not found anything, but as they've been looking, they started seeing information on the ordning, and they kind of got sidetracked and started looking into that as well. If he looks over towards you, Gafon. You cannot travel across the continent yet, can you?
I'm not there.
He's on a
You're
boat.
not there. Shit. Okay, never mind. All right, never mind. Sorry. Jasper wouldn't really be magic presenting nipples, would he? Okay. It's like female presenting nipples, but magic presenting nipples. It's a Tumblr thing.
Jasper does not present his nipples in any way.
Oh, sorry, that's right. It was Sid he used to strip down when everyone else was asleep.
That sounds bad.
It's true. Alder looks towards you, Larch. You are not quite at the level of transcontinental teleportation, are you? No offense, brother, but I'm just
I can go about 500 feet.
That's every few seconds?
I can go about 375 Gabons.
I don't know what that is. Can you like go 500 feet every few seconds and keep doing it all day, or just once?
No, one time.
Oh, okay.
And then I can turn into an animal and run the rest of the way.
No, you
I've done that a couple times.
You've finally figured that out, have you?
Yeah, it took me a while, but getting the hang of it. I've been a dog, a horse, a bear, a wolf.
I don't need the list, Larchie.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If I see this seed, I can try and keep you appraised. But unless you can get to me instantaneously, I don't know what else I can do.
We can send, I think. Can
Yes,
you do that one?
That's what I'm saying, is I keep you appraised.
Ah.
Oh, I've missed you, Larch.
I missed you too.
But other than that, all I can do is send word. It has been nice seeing you again, Larch. Nice meeting all of you. He goes over and gives Hazel a big hug and just kind of picks her up. His body kind of cracks and breaks, even though he's fairly thin and lithe, but she's his younger sister, so he tries. He gives his mom and dad a kiss and gives them a hug. Well, I will hopefully be in touch. If I get eaten by flesh-eating disease by your friend, this may be goodbye. And he gives you a nod. And as he does this, he disappears. Counterspell.
Yeah. No, you don't. That's Ethel. Ethel counterspells him. Not so fast.
Not so fast, Sonny. You not picked up your lunchbox.
Give mommy a kiss.
But Mom, I don't need a lunchbox. I'm a grown tiefling.
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
But yeah, he disappears. Ethel and Dale. Well, that was a short and sweet as always with him.
Classic Alder.
Yeah. It's tough being one of the eldest. Are you all staying the night again, or are you heading out? I know you all said you had a timetable to keep and whatnot, and you're being chased by the laws of Waterdeep? Maybe?
No, we're perfectly fine.
Does a
Do you
31
guys want a house? And I pull out the deed to the Zelvern Ranch from in Nightstone.
Does a 31 insight pass your persuasion? It's always been hard to lie to your dad. He's very insightful. Yeah, okay. He just kind of looks at you. Just don't get caught. I'm sorry, you stole someone's house?
It was given to us.
You said Zeldrin?
Zelbrin,
Zelbrin.
I think.
The tax collector. You have his house?
I think he was a tax collector. Yeah, I think that's what he did. Also, his cat. It's got wings.
Why do you have his cat and his house?
It's a long story. It was kind of a gift from the town. He's dead. Not from us.
Maybe we.
Unrelated.
You definitely didn't just find the deed in a box, but sure.
Oh, was it? I thought it was gifted.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the one where you rummaged through the
maybe
house.
we did find it.
It was video game logic. You found the deed, so it's your house now. It's like, oh, cool, a deed. I've never owned a house before. All right, cool.
Like, I love how Larch. That's legit how Larch would tell that story.
It's a gift.
Right, Bilbo.
I mean, Larch, you should probably. I don't know. Have it as a house? A safe house for you and your friends, maybe?
Oh, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. It might not be repaired though. There's a big hole in it. Couple of big holes.
Oh,
Really big holes.
All right.
I can fix any holes in the roof.
And Ethel just kind of pats your.
It's a couple gaffons wide.
Ethel just kind of pats your shoulders, like, that's nice, dear.
I have to check my work pants real quick. I think I have the work key.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay, you go check your
Strange
work.
thing to say. Hang on, I gotta check my work pants.
I think he may have meant to mute.
Nope.
Don't worry, guys.
My work pants.
He's checking his work
Work
pants.
pants on stream.
What a strange little man.
He's got the idea. That's why he wore the brown pants.
I think I have the key. Pulls out the key to the Zelbrin residence. Ah!
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
My boss was asking me.
Your boss is in your house?
No, my boss is texting me.
Oh, okay. It just looks like you were talking. Yeah,
Somebody knocks on the window next to him.
For the Halloween episode, Rick's gonna slowly pull up his blind, and there's just gonna be Scream sitting there. Or, sorry, a non-IP version of Scream sitting there.
Check your work pants. Let me see your work pants.
Alder's messaging Larch. Check your work pants, Larchy.
Your work pants, that's what I said.
Okay.
Wow.
Are you guys staying the night, or are you heading back to the boat at?
What time of day is it?
I don't know, man. It is at around this point 10 in the morning.
Oh, we could probably head back to the boat then.
Because you guys went there, it took a fair bit of time. You slept overnight. or you slept till like halfway through the night, and then you left and you came back. So like you guys got here pretty early, and then
Yeah.
you've had this conversation. So it's probably about 10 in the morning.
Yeah, Levy would want to go back to the boat.
But we can stay as long as Larch needs to.
I think it's about time we get going.
Okay. So you bid adieu to Larch's parents. You were all offered once more to stay, spend the night, come back at any point. We're always here. If you need anything, we'll try and help if we can. Hazel comes to you, Levine, and pulls you aside. You look after Larch for me. I know he could be a real rowdy dick sometimes. But you look after him for me, please. You sure we've never met?
I have no memory of you.
Okay.
Have you spent time in Waterdeep?
I've spent a couple years here or there over time.
Possibly you've seen me pass by when I was in town for work, but...
Maybe. Oh well. And she just gives you a big half-orc hug and... Actually, Hazel's not a half-orc, is she?
Is the human.
Yeah.
She gives you a big human hug. And, I'll see you again. You guys be good. Try not to, kill anyone who doesn't need it or whatnot. I don't know, you guys do your own fucking shit. Bye! And she just goes back to the girls' room. Smoking in the girls' room. And, you guys make your way back to Nightstone. Are you going to pay to have someone renovate the house, Lurch?
Yes, I will.
Are you gonna
on my way through.
Are you going to have a new house built? Or are you just going to have it repaired?
I just hand him 200 platinum and I go, whatever's easier.
The person you have is just like,
You come back and it's like marble.
okay, sir. Should I send you progress reports or just get on with the work?
I do whatever's easier. I'll come back eventually.
Okay. Thank you. And he just scurries off with this fucking massive bag in his hand. You guys, the crew had gotten the supplies necessary from Nightstone since the expeditious retreat of Waterdeep. You've made it back to the Boat. The king and his men couldn't put you back together again. You guys are all there. Crate's telling the story to Atlas of what happened. Atlas seems glad he didn't go, because he feels like that would have fucking ended poorly.
That's a normal reaction.
Seeing as
I respect that.
See, it's like as soon as he'd enter that cone, he would lose any ability to be able to hear or see. So yeah, he's glad he didn't go. He's glad Crate's back safe. He's glad Gafon's back safe.
I'm like locked in my room.
Yeah.
Good
Just-
thing we didn't share the room, huh? That
just-
would be awkward.
Furiously masturbating.
Crying as I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. Post wank remorse. So you guys make it back to the boat. The captain is there. They are ready to set sail if you are. I'm assuming you guys give the go ahead to Galward.
Where's Pirate Boy that we saved?
Uther
Thane.
Thane. Are you going to look for him?
Well, he was on the boat looking for medical attention.
Yes,
When
he's
we
been.
got
Did we
here.
drop him off?
He was dropped off in Nightstone to be
Yeah.
properly seen to. The handmaid, Cecily, she was able to do some to help clean up the wounds and stuff. So, you know, he didn't like die of like herpes or something.
Weird choice.
There's a lot of weird choices happening tonight. Just move on.
It's actually magical herpes, so it's very bad. And so he's now he's at the cathedral that, well, the church that Levine and Larch went into at one point that Drapus got a fucking pan thrown at him in. He's in there being healed up. The pan's still there on the floor.
Happy memories.
Levine just smiles.
One corner of it's like dented.
I just feel it. Somebody's thinking about it.
Could still hear that crisp ring.
But he is awake if you want to speak to him.
What was the name I knew him as? Martin
McFly.
Martin Howells. I have written down.
Yes. George Freeman.
George Freeman.
George
His
Foreman.
name was Robert Paulson.
Yeah, so you're gonna go in and try and spoke to him.
I just want to check and see if he lived.
Yeah, you come in and he's on his stomach, kind of in a front cutout table, but kind of perched upright. So he's putting no weight on his back whatsoever, because that would fucking hurt as hell. And that way he doesn't move and like break the scabs that are sealing over or anything. Because I mean, this guy's back got fucked. And so he's kind of in the somewhat lounging position, but I mean, he's a fairly tall gentleman, so he kind of peers down and can see you walking in. Are you going in as a joblin?
Yeah, I'll look like myself.
I'm sure the people of Nightstone love you for that.
Oh yeah.
Can somebody like protect me?
Oh yeah. I would not be leaving you. I'm behind you.
They're back.
I'm
Thanks,
far
sir.
too
We're
nicely dressed to be one of those goblins.
It's all loot.
Hello.
Hey, Martin, how's it going?
He's kind of bleary-eyed. He's lost a lot of blood and stuff. He's recovering slowly. Martin. The name's Uther.
Yeah, that's not what I remember.
He kind of tries to blink a couple times. Even just the act of blinking just kind of pulls his face taut and stuff. And Jasper?
That's right.
the fuck are you doing here?
You know what? I don't know most of the time.
Oh, don't make me
How'd you
laugh.
how'd you end up being a pirate?
Well, after Mom and Dad died, after Dad died, Ma took up with some pompous blowhard from the Royal Navy who fucked her over so badly, stole from her, used to beat her. So after a couple years, killed him, saved my ma, and well, killing a member of the Royal Navy, pretty much a death sentence. So I shacked up with the crew and, I stowawayed on a boat first, didn't realize it was a pirate crew. And they're actually pretty nice. They took me under, and then it all just kind of went from there. Got my sea legs, trained with a sword, became a pirate, I guess. Still
You
learn.
guess?
I mean, I don't know if what we really do is piracy. We stop slavers, but I mean, it's condoned by the city, so I guess it's piracy. Dude, the city of Waterdeep is a fucked up place.
Yeah, I come to that conclusion too.
Have you been to the castle board? Of course you have. That's where you've found me. You know the big toss-off mountain that used to shade us in the summers? All the way in the merchant ward? The council has sanctioned slaves in there, mining away and digging up shit all under the city, below the sewers. And well, my captain originally my captain got wind of this, and being a slave himself, wasn't a fan of that. He was a dragonborn, you see, from Becton. And there's lots of slaves up there too.
Not anymore.
Okay. Sure. And he started hitting slave boats. They'd be taking some of the natives from the islands and stuff and bringing them in, so he'd return them back to their homelands, or return them to a safe island where outside of the Navy's range. But because he would sometimes sink royal ships, he got declared a pirate. I became the captain of the crew. I'm a pirate.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Me and my friends saved your life.
I heard something about disintegrating guards. What's that about?
Yeah, that'd be my buddy Gaffon. He likes disintegrating things.
Is he
But I wanted
crazy? Are you okay?
Yeah, we're good.
You just
Peachy
hang out with a guy who disintegrates people?
It's not as bad as it sounds.
Sure, okay. I mean, hey, they were they were whipping me, so I mean, who am I to say something?
Actually, his first attempt was to stop them from healing you, so you'd just die.
Thanks, I guess.
The reason I wanted to talk to you, I was curious about how you ended up in that place. And I just wanted to make sure that we didn't save a bad guy. but I don't think that's the case.
I mean, depends on whose side you were on.
I think we're on the same side.
You still wear that stupid top hat?
Comes in handy.
You're a weird cat.
It's a gift from my dad.
You're a gift from my dad.
Brother?
I don't know, man. I'm on the priests have been smoking incense and shit in here. It's
Well, I just wanted to say hi and make sure you didn't die.
hey. My flotilla's been destroyed. Most of my crew have been killed. But if you need anything, you send word. We'll come to your aid if we can.
I'll remember that. Good to see you. No.
I'm not.
Head on
I
out.
can't give you a handshake.
Just like, okay, bye.
You just kind of pat his hand, which is strapped to the board so he doesn't scratch or anything. It's like, that's nice. But yeah, you guys. Does anyone else want to do anything in Knightstone? Okay.
I don't think so.
You all head back towards the ship. The ship is setting sail. It's a fairly overcast day. The spring showers are coming, and you're going to be on the sea for them, which will be fun. Nice spring storms, early summer storms. Always a good time to be out at the sea. But you chose a fairly sturdy boat. As a cat comes into my lap. And you should be okay. You've got a fairly competent captain. So everything should be okay. Couple days go by. It's your third day out at sea. What are you all doing during this time? Jasper.
Jasper is composing a song about fighting the Eye Tyrant.
Okay. Do you remember the Eye Tyrant's name?
Nope.
You want it same so you can rhyme it with something?
Yeah.
Oh, sucks to suck. Kergulks. Do you want me to post that in chat so you know how to spell it?
An easy run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's common spelling.
Yeah.
The
No.
family name.
Don't play with the dice, cat. Jesus.
With a capital.
The apostrophe, the bracket is not part of the spelling. It's just I wasn't able to unselect the bracket.
That's my uncle's name. But he has the bracket.
Cutie.
Oh.
Sitting here trying to play with my dice.
As you do.
See over there.
So you're writing a song. Madame Levine, what are you doing? Writing a song?
Like I do. It's a side hobby of mine. I'm distracted. Move on.
Okay. Gafan, what are you up to? Are you training with Atlas?
Avoiding Levine.
You're avoiding Levine?
Yes.
Okay.
I would, like, if I left the room for something, I'm like making sure the hall's clear, and then I go to where I'm going, and then
immediately shut the door so she can't walk in behind you. You're like,
16 deadbolts real quick.
okay.
She's gonna eat me!
Levine has been keeping to herself. She's been staying in her and Larch's room, or when she's on deck, she goes on deck probably twice a day. And it's to the same spot, which is secluded. So she doesn't have to talk to people.
Okay, get your
I
tail
would
off
have-
the mic, Jesus.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with the cat.
I would have tried to identify the eye, so I would cast Ritual Cast Identify on the eye
Okay.
to see if I get any magical properties from it.
It still has some magical properties to it. However, it cannot be fashioned into a wand or anything. It's just worth some money, unfortunately.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's just worth money.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, no, it's not like he can turn it into a wand of disintegrate or something.
A wand of money.
Money.
Let's see. Harvester's
Ah,
Handbook.
there's money penny.
This is a basilisk. No, it's a beholder. Minor eye. It is worth 400 gold pieces.
Woo!
And
Money.
no, the captain will not take that as payment as well.
The captain's already been paid off, so
Yes, I know.
and then yeah, I would be hanging out with Atlas as much as possible.
Okay, roll me a d20 plus your intelligence. You need a 15 or higher.
I did not get it.
Okay, that's a 10.
That is a 10.
Okay. Larch, what are you up to?
I am in the cabin of the ship with the cook, and we're just having a fun old time, getting our minds off of the gloomy day before.
Okay. What's the
I
cook's
finally
name?
break out that iron pot. I don't know, what is the cook's name?
I don't know. Don't make me do this.
His name is Giuseppe,
Giuseppe?
and he's from
And what race are they?
he is, what is Giuseppe, is a gnome.
Giuseppe?
I feel like that's fun. I feel like gnome chef is a fun combo.
That's how you spell Giuseppe, right?
Close enough. There's a U in there somewhere. And an I.
And gnome?
Yes and no.
No, and Giuseppe.
Oh, okay. All right. Let us have. So, you guys go ahead, talk amongst yourselves, and decide who is going to roll the first D100.
Bum, bum, bum. We roll a D100 to decide who rolls the D100.
Roll a D4.
That would probably be easier.
Yeah.
On
Jesse
it.
1, Rick 4.
So is that Katie?
That would be Josh.
Oh.
So Josh, roll a D100.
I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
A 2.
I don't know what this means, but I'm nervous.
Who is the one where we make it safely to where we want to go, right?
I feel like it's not 2.
It's under 50, right? It's the good ones.
So, as you are sleeping away the night of the 4th day, you are 3 days out of the Moonshay Isles, where you're going to be dropping off the captain and his entourage. You hear a fast-paced ringing of a bell. Ding, 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 ding. Fire! Fire! All hands!
I run.
Okay. You can hear the bell is. You can see some of the crew who are currently on hands, running towards the cook station, the galley, running quickly. Seems a large fire's opened up there. What are you guys doing?
Seppi start a fire already?
Well, the,
How do I let the iron on?
He's had a name for like 4 seconds.
by rights, the kitchen should have been closed since last round. So about 3 hours ago. What are you guys doing?
Would Dragon's Breath cold help? Or would that just damage?
That would just splinter into ice, just ice shards going into everything. I don't think that
The
would
sails!
I mean, I would join the assumed fire brigade line that's
Okay.
passing buckets.
Yeah, so you're heading to one of the bilge pumps, and you're beginning to pump out water, get buckets, douse them, pump out water, get buckets, douse them. Jesse, roll a d20, please. 16. Okay, so over the next 20 or so minutes, are you all assisting?
Mm-hmm.
Gaffon?
If Levy's up there, then I'm not going to be up there.
Are you just or you could be at the very end of the line,
I'm
the furthest away from Levy.
I am trying to do whatever I can to stay as far away from Levine as possible.
Okay, so you're starting to pump some of the water into the bucket and then handing it off.
Sure.
Okay, so over the next 20
Hey,
years,
wait. What's on fire exactly?
the galley.
Up on the deck?
No, on the
Or below deck?
at the base in the bottom of the ship where everything's cooked.
Right. Okay. That
Alright,
won't work then. Yeah, I will just manually help.
I cast Tsunami.
I also have Ray of Frost. I can... Was that something that was casted before?
Again, that would kind of just bludgeon holes
Okay.
into the wood. It wouldn't necessarily help too much.
I can make the fire bigger. Would that help?
I mean, hey.
Gust!
Atlas comes up. He's starting to try and do control flame to try and douse some of the fire and stuff. This is a fairly big, it's like a big grease fire from a lot of the bacon grease and stuff that's been cooked. But you guys, over the next 20 or so minutes, get it died down.
And then I throw the oil flasks in there.
No! A lot
Grease
of...
isn't flammable.
You're right. A lot of the floor has been singed. A lot of the boards are creaked and cracked and broken. Fortunately, there's still an outer hull below it. A lot of the dried goods and stuff have also been burned up. One of the casks of rum was destroyed, which kind of destroys a bit of the morale for the crew. But you were able to save most of the cooking implements. The fire didn't get too hot to start melting any of the pots and pans or whatnot, so you're safe there. Oh. Hold on, my internet's dying apparently. Oh, it's back. Okay.
No!
Is the stream okay? It might be a little laggy there for a second. Sorry, stream.
Sorry, friends.
Okay, yeah. So you guys, it's gonna take a bit of work. The carpenters are gonna be working a bit of overtime, making sure the floorboards are put back in with the spare wood and whatnot. Any assistance you guys want to assist with that is also helpful, so it can help expedite some of the processes.
You have carpenter's tools, so.
Okay, so you can assist with that. Jasper, I mean, a floor and a roof are basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll
What is a floor but a roof for the feet?
For someone else.
maybe I'll try and like play a sea shanty to like
Boost morale.
motivate people instead of attempting to actually use a hammer.
You're like in the one scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender where Zuko's trying to hammer in a nail and he gets like 9 bent everywhere. It's like, what have I done? But yeah, okay, so another day or so go by. You've managed to get the galley back in order. Over that day though, it's mostly just broths and stuff that you can cook in a pan because it's pretty unstable otherwise. But you all are able to get some food and stuff back out there. A couple more days go by. You are heading into the port of Moonshay Isles. Do you want to make this a full stop or just a by captain and crew, or sorry, by general and crew, and keep going?
I mean, in terms of supplies and everything, we're good.
Some of the supplies burned.
Or restock on food and stuff.
You want to restock on food?
How much of it got destroyed? A lot or no?
Probably about 2 weeks worth got destroyed. You can make it to another port, or you can restock here.
I think we could probably replenish a little bit right now.
Okay.
Maybe try and hawk off some of these jewels in each town.
All right.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We don't know what we're going to hit further down.
So, you come into Moonshay Port. It is a massive crescent moon-shaped city of marbles and white woods and gold filigree. It is a very wealthy elven city. There's large golden wooden, like, twisted spires that come to just soft peaks, and a lot of very tall, elegant buildings, not very many short, stubby buildings. It's a very elegant, very expensive port. The general approaches you all. It appears we are going to be parting ways for a while. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for getting my wife out of there. Though assassination attempts could still happen, we are far removed from the danger. So thank you. And he, a tall elven man with almost gold blonde hair, a very tiny little soul patch on his chin, looks a little greasy and out of place, and this guy's got like a little platinum monocle, just crosses his hands and slowly strides up. General, it's good to see you again. The general just nods. Are these the ones you wish paid?
You wish them pain.
Ah! Meteor swarm! The elven man uncrosses his arms and does a very garish flourish of his hands, and summons this small chest into his hand. Who shall be receiving the payment from the general?
I'll move forward and take it.
Okay.
The treasurer.
You are handed this. The chest itself is ornate as fuck. It's got like platinum like engravings, and it's just way over the top than it needs to be. And inside are, inside is, just a moment,
Werther's.
just a fuckload of Werther's originals. It's good because you were running out from when you met the witch in the woods. Mm-hmm. She gave you some Werther's as well.
Yeah. There's always going to be one like way down. Yeah. Down
in the bag of holding.
Right. In the bag of Werther's.
Just 500 pounds of Werther's. Fuck me.
Now I want Werther's and pizza. Thank you, Josh.
Matt, you're welcome. Quick.
Werther's and pizza.
Hold on 1 second.
Topped with Werther's and cheese.
Gosh, I do love a good Werther's though.
Oh, they're so nice.
So good. So good.
Had some Werther's popcorn over the vacation.
What?
where there's caramel popcorn.
I
It's
have
really good.
mixed emotions about this. I don't like sweet popcorn, but I love Werther's so much.
Just a moment.
I actually like garlic, salt, and paprika on my popcorn. Delicious.
Let's see here. Okay, inside this chest is a beautiful folded cloak that looks like it's made of just what the fuck is it called? Ah!
I mean, the screams of the damned.
There it is. Okay. It is a cloak that seems to be just wreathed in starlight and shimmering opalescence. It is a very small, finely folded cloak, but as you unfold it, it could cover a size of a giant almost, but it's a hooded cloak. And also inside is 1,000 platinum pieces. This
Where in the money?
The general speaks up. This is not enough, but this comes from my family vaults here. The cloak, it's of odd magical abilities, but I hope it sees you through some power and strange times as it did my long lost forebears. All of you in tuned with magic, except Katie, the three of you, even without the just tickle of detect magic or identify this thing, much like the kiss of the Changebringer from Rick's waist, is just oozing magic. This is a very powerful magical item, this cloak. This music is very loud.
Yeah, I've got it at 2. So like
You've got it at 2?
I have it at 2%.
I've got it at 8 and it's still really loud.
Mine's at 43 and I'm fine.
I got sensitive ears.
But the general bids you all adieu and is escorted by this douchebag elf towards the center of the city.
It's the soul patch, you can't help that.
And the wife, the handmaid, and the 9 guards go as well. The wife gives you all a hug, giving all of you just this big hug and thanks for saving her life. And unless any of you say anything to this group, they go off into the city. Okay. So which gems are you trying to get appraised, or are you trying to sell, Larch?
I mean, the plan is to sell them all, right? Gang. Nobody needs them for anything aside their monetary value. So I guess I'll try and...
Some of them match the cloak, and then I'm suddenly gonna get real bougie.
No one wants the Infinity Stones before I give them off. I will try and get rid of, I guess, a black opal, blue sapphire, and an emerald.
Okay.
'Cause I also don't know how much money these shops would have.
Well, I mean, it's an elven city, though. I
The
imagine.
Skyrim shops, they do run out of money.
It's a
really
elven
fast.
city. How much do I have them listed as for price?
You have each one as 1,000 gold.
All right, yeah, you can sell them.
I just keep putting another one down and seeing the look on the shopkeeper's face and be like, is this too much?
It's a stone cold, no emotions face. This female elf, she just keeps taking it and handing over 10 platinum.
And then I take another one out of my pocket and put it on the table.
Takes it, hands over 10 platinum.
I just keep doing it until I have no stones or she stops putting money down.
You run out of stones before she stops putting money.
Cool.
Can I assist you with anything else?
No, I think that might be it. Did we want to pick anything up here? What kind of stuff do you sell?
What kind of stuff do you need?
Strong stuff. Stuff that'll help us take down some pretty powerful beings, hopefully. Potions, items.
Are you talking of gods or dragons?
Dragons and give or take adjacent power categories. Giants.
They
that
kind of eye you over.
Do you have things that can kill gods? I mean, I don't know if I want something like that, but I'm just curious at this point now.
I don't think you could afford it.
You're probably right. But you do have something, right?
They don't say anything. They reach below their counter and put it up. There are 6 greater healing potions and 2 superior healing potions.
Ooh.
Hey, stop attacking the chair.
Hey.
Yeah, you doofus. The greater healing potions are 500 gold pieces apiece. And the superior potions are around 5,000 apiece, which you all know is considerably more than they're worth.
Yeah, aren't they normally like
inflation, though.
1,500?
They've got these health potions there, and they're just kind of looking at all of you and gesture towards them.
Yeah, I'm not getting suckered into that one.
All right, we got enough potions, I think, right?
Are you dealing with undead?
I don't
Frequent.
know. Maybe.
Draugr?
Yeah, the Draugr.
Oh, right.
Do you have holy water?
I have Fireball.
I do too.
I also have Fireball.
I have some oil. Will that help? I've never met undead before.
She slams the lid shut and just stuffs it back under. Well, you seem to have all you need then.
Okay.
Gosh, we keep meeting cranky shop owners.
Again, I have Fireball.
They just raise their eyebrow towards you, almost
Like
like
an
in
ace.
a do it, bitch.
Fireball.
Alright, guys, on 3.
You can't counterspell all 3.
Just walking out.
I think I'm going to try and find a shop with a more accommodating shopkeeper.
A lot of them are fairly similar. These guys charge a lot for their products, and they really don't give a shit about you guys.
The tourist town.
It's not a tourist town. This is like a fuck you guys. The only people we want here is like traders who actually give us good money. Not traders.
Traders.
Trader. Trader Joe's.
On the way out, I give 25 platinum to each
What?
person. I give 25 platinum to
each shopkeep. Here you go.
No, to each of the party.
You kept getting talked over. How much?
25.
25.
Yeah, because we got 100 in total.
Well, technically, we have an additional 1,000 on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the general did just give you 1,000 platinum, but hey.
Or wait. Each gem would have been 100 platinum, right?
Yes.
Not 10?
They were handing you over 10 plat.
You said 10? Oh, I would have been like, whoa.
Damn it.
I thought you said 100.
Nope.
It's a little lowball in there, don't you think?
This is superior platinum.
What's that mean?
Each piece is worth 100.
Can I insight that?
Go ahead.
Not great at insight, but
Do it.
Uh, 16. Might be a thing. It's a weird town.
no, I've never heard of it.
You don't look like you've heard of much.
I'll just take gold then.
Why are you attacking yourself in the mirror, you stupid cat? Okay. Superior gold it is.
Nah, just regular.
And they hand you over 100 gold pieces.
I'll have unleaded gold, please.
Just take give her the platinum back. Just take the gems.
Yeah, I pick up the gems.
What gems?
I want my infinity stones back.
She just shrugs and gives you back the gems.
Mhm.
Suit yourself.
Boop, 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 boop.
Jasper.
Mhm.
Your passive is 16?
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. So, you are heading back towards the ship. Some provisions have been... Sorry, go ahead.
Before we head back, can I try and find a shield?
A shield?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like a really nice one.
Okay, a really nice one, yeah. That'll be 200 gold pieces.
Like a normal shield?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck off. No.
Okay.
Everybody gets 250 platinum.
So you don't want a shield anymore, Gafan?
I don't want a ridiculously overpriced shield.
Alright, so the shopkeep puts that one away and fine, here's a regular shield and hands you a 100 gold piece shield.
Was the first shield magical?
Nope. It was just a really nice shield.
Oh.
They're a lot more expensive outside of the city.
Yeah. Do we have magical shields?
Do you want to buy a magical shield?
Maybe.
I don't think we should be buying anything here.
I'll put down 10 gold. Here's some superior gold.
That is just regular gold.
How much is a magical shield?
What type of magical shield are you looking for?
A magical shield of never hitting me.
So a +3 shield? A sentinel shield?
An
Infinity
animated
shield.
sentinel shield.
Pardon?
An animated sentinel shield.
An animated shield, okay.
It doesn't have to be an animated shield. Like a +2.
+2 shield. 17,000 gold pieces.
I'll take my normal, not nice shield for 75 gold.
They just grab the shield and start putting it back under the counter.
You guys are real proud of normal shield, huh?
Do you want this shield?
Would you be willing to do some trade? Because I know trade works pretty well in
What do you have
retail.
to trade?
This is a blacksmith or something, right?
This is just a shop.
Okay.
You're not able to find a blacksmith. They all seem to be tucked away somewhere.
What about these beholder teeth? They could be used to make something nice.
A beholder tooth necklace? We're not surfers.
Or a stabby.
Put them on a helmet and you just headbutt things.
You could put them on the shield, and you could shield bash things.
If you buy the shield, you're more than welcome to put them on your shield. They just kind of give you this blank look at the beholder tooth.
Are there any
why would I want this?
Are there any crafters around? Like, did we see anything?
Just
Okay,
shops.
yeah, we're done. I'm out. I'm not. No. Place, weird ass place.
As you guys are walking back to the ship, Jesse, Jasper, the two of you see
Both you and your character.
both Jesse and Jasper.
Yeah,
There's a
Jesse
man in
is
your
also
room.
another character in the game. He's
Jesse,
a
look under
human.
your seat.
He's a human pizza mancer.
You see a small notice board near the dock, and one really sticks out. It is a very big, like, this is like a prime target wanted poster. It is for, it says wanted, dead, no or alive, just dead, Captain Robin of the White Corsair. Price 100,000 gold pieces.
How much?
100,000 gold pieces. So if
Now,
that,
is it superior gold or normal gold?
I was about to say, so
Better
that's
be superior.
so much money, you can retire off that.
Forget about 401k.
Does it
It
list...
has a mean mugging picture of just the scariest minotaur you've ever seen. He has one upward facing horn, one downward facing horn that seems to be digging itself. It's grown almost directly into his skull, and where it's capped there, it's slowly changing black. The horn's going black instead of white. He's got large carved almost walrus tusks protruding from his cheeks down to about his chest bone, and he looks like a bad motherfucker.
Does it list his crimes?
It says savagery.
And eating cereal without milk.
He pours the milk first.
Is there any
Oh,
other
no.
kind? What's
Oh,
that?
He
no.
puts
He has a
his
bowl of milk with a little bit of cereal.
he wears socks in the shower.
No. No, kill him.
I've got all the fireballs primed and ready to go.
What was the name of his ship again?
The White Corsair.
A shower sock.
Like last known location or anything like that on there?
Last known location was
Shower with the socks.
da, 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 da.
Porta potty, feet in the water part.
Last known location was near the Nimbrol coast.
Last known location, right behind you.
Yeah, I'll take a minute to like memorize the details.
Below that is another portrait wanted for 25,000 gold pieces. Their name is Rix, and they are a looks like a half orc, and she's got where is it? She's got a large chunk of her. It looks like a large chunk of her. The top of her head has been cleaved off, and her crime is association with Captain Robin. She is first mate.
You guys
And
care
some
if we take a
side
break real
quest.
quick?
Sure. If we want to take a quick break.
Sure.
We'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. And we're
And
back.
We're back.
Hello. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking in there. So, you've seen some wanted posters from the White Corsair. The ship's been loaded up with some rations and whatnot.
How much should they spend on the rations?
800
Their problem.
gold pieces.
Wow.
No, actually, they spent at a fairly regular price.
Oh.
Seems you guys were just getting
What the
fucked over.
I guess they don't like making money.
Well,
They
I
do.
mean,
That's why they were charging the
yeah.
prices they were.
that,
Well,
and
look at how many
if you
sales
charge
they made
rations
because of
for
it.
ships, no ships are going to come to your port. So
But I feel like, is this like the only port for a while?
There's another port about 2 weeks away.
Yeah, like, is it like the deal where you're at the movie theater and they can charge whatever you want because there's no competition while you're there? Or like a
Basically.
theme
Last
park?
stop before Atlantic City.
Basically,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's looking at.
he's keeping the ghosts away.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let them take me. I don't care. So
Yeah, it just starts floating. No,
I have ascended. You guys get back on the boat. Return to your normal stuff. Working away. Several more days go by,
Oh.
unless anyone wants to talk or whatnot.
Just putting those cooking utensils to work that I got in session 1.
Putting the staying away from Levine to work.
Levine, are you actively noticing that Gafon's avoiding you?
Yeah.
Are you going out of your way to make it uncomfortable for him?
No.
Okay. So Jasper,
At first I was mildly amused, so possibly chuckles could be heard. If we're into like week 2 or 3, I'm now getting irritated.
Jasper's still working on the song?
Yeah, and also other musical endeavors.
Okay.
Are you seducing the captain?
No,
Oh, let's get it on.
I'm seducing you, Gafon.
Nope.
Share a room.
You've
I mean,
been
if
locked
you're
out of
hiding
the
in your
for the
room all
past
the
2
time.
weeks.
Yeah, I haven't been able to sleep. I've been curled out in the hall.
Gafon, you still working with Atlas?
Yep, whenever I can.
Roll me another intelligence check, please.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So that's a 20.
Let's see.
Instead of clicking intelligence, I just did a d20.
Yep, that's fine. Okay. You have made one successful. You're starting to kind of understand what he's saying. How to kind of be able to break into memories and stuff. It's starting to make sense, but you've still got a little ways. You've still got some training to do. Larch, you're still helping in the galley, peeling potatoes and whatnot.
Helping being the sous chef for Giuseppe.
Okay.
Making sure no more fires happen.
Who wants to roll the next D100?
I'll do it.
Okay. Jasper, roll a D100.
2. Galley catches back on fire.
87. Very nice.
It catches on fire like 40 times as much.
Is that much bigger?
Large
fire?
pots and pans actually start melting.
So,
87 people die on the ship in a fire.
it's about the third day of the second week on the boat. and
Is the music cutting in and out for you guys?
it is, yeah.
A little bit.
I think I'm gonna stop it for a bit, if that's okay with everyone else.
Sure.
I'll sing.
Please don't.
Sing the song you wrote.
I'm gonna give Jesse homework to make him write a song.
Or he loses those 10 points for a Gryffindor.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
No, wait, we can't.
So,
Oasis, we're sorry.
Larch, it's your day off from the galley. Giuseppe's giving you some time off, and you have been corralled into one of the fast-talking crew members managed to corral you into taking his shift on the night watch, making you do the watch instead of him, because he wants to instead drink and play dice. So he's corralled you in. Around 2 in
He
the
offered me 10 superior platinum. Superior copper.
At around 10 in the morning, but at around 2 in the morning, you're just kind of sitting up, keeping a lookout. The only other person up here is the helmsman, who's just keeping things ready. Stop attacking the chair. You see on the horizon, about a few hundred feet away, a ship approaching in the night. And the only reason you can see it is because this ship is a large longboat wreathed in green flames. The ship itself seems to be encased in flames.
I will throw on my goggles of night to see if I can see anything more clearly.
Okay, you pop them on, kind of rub the spots out of your eyes as the fire catches in your eye, and just kind of peer through. There seems to be a crew running around. You can't hear any screaming or anything, but they seem to be running around doing something.
I'll yell to the helmsman, I think we got a ship in trouble up ahead.
Go wake the captain.
I run around to the captain.
Okay. A ship on fire?
Yeah, weird flames though, like green, not your usual red or sometimes blue.
Yes, I know.
Fires.
I know what green is. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
They run on up, and it's turning about.
Green,
It's
not red or blue.
yes. It's turning about. It's sailing away from us. It's your voyage. Should we pursue?
Weird. Maybe just follow and see if they turn back around.
Okay. Livy, roll me a d6, please.
Did any of the commotion wake me up? I'm sleeping in the hall.
Nope.
I made sure to tiptoe right past you.
All right.
Tuck you in, a little blankie.
So, for the next 2 days, this flaming ship stays about 200-300 feet away from you, sailing away from you, and you guys keep chase until the night of the second day. It just vanishes on the horizon.
Did it sink? I mean, it burned for a couple of days. That's weird.
The captain's got their spyglass. They're looking through the water. I don't see any sign of the wreckage. Do you see any people looking? At this point, everyone's on deck, except maybe Gaffon. So let's have all of you roll perception checks to see if you can see any signs of people abandoning deck or anything. 19, 8. And a 14. Okay, Jasper, there's no sign of anyone. There's no sign of the boat. There's nothing. This boat just seems to have vanished.
I mean, it was sailing on fire for like 3 days. I think it's safe to assume it wasn't a natural fire, and I'm assuming it wasn't consuming the ship in any way.
I'm assuming we got led away from our previous course.
Well, fortunately, you only should follow for 2 days. Could have been 6. Another week or so go by. Gafan, another intelligence check, please. Okay, Mark, if you're keeping track, that is 3 checks 4. So you're, after the first little bit of stumbling through and not really understanding, then kind of having that aha moment last week, you're now kind of starting to pick up a bit. Atlas is kind of surprised at how well you're doing, but you're still maybe a week or 2 out from fully understanding. It's taken a bit of time. It's a complicated process because I mean you could probably do it now, but you might completely remove all of Levine's memories and completely make her a vegetable, which I don't think she would appreciate.
Were you going to say a carrot?
It's a vegetable. Fuck off.
That's a name of specific.
I am not
What's
in a
the
rush
carrot's name
to,
from Pinky and the Brain?
Would you say, sorry, Gafan?
I'm not in a rush to go hang out with Levine anyway.
Okay. Jasper, performance check, please. See how well this musical expose is coming. 26. That's higher than Gafan's natural 20. It's a bop. You played at one of the weekend kind of jams that the crew have, and everyone's digging it. You actually make about 10 silver pieces. The crew kind of tips you a bit.
Ray!
And 1 electrum.
No!
All of it.
Damn it!
I'll pay you all the silver to take it away.
Rick, roll me just a dexterity check, please. Seven. Okay. During the week, you get a nasty. The ship kind of goes over a swell in the water, and you get this nasty gash across your. You almost completely cut off your one finger as you're chopping up some onions, but fortunately, you're able to get some expedited help. There's a ship surgeon, so you're able to get it sewn back together and whatnot.
Oh, you mean the ship carpenter?
No, it'd be the barber technically.
It's me.
Levine. 3 weeks in. What are you up to?
At this point, Levine is going to be going out of her way to get into Fawn's way. So
like you're hanging around Atlas, or you're hanging around Crate a lot, so he's in the same room as Atlas a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. You know, swapping glaive stories. Yep.
Okay.
Bearing glaives.
Mm-hmm.
His is considerably bigger, but he is also bigger as well, so it's not really.
I'm not jealous. I'm
No.
admiring.
What's the ratio of crate to glaive?
It's about a 9-foot glaive, and Crate's about pushing
That's a big glaive.
pushing close to maybe 7 feet. He's a big
So
guy.
it's almost a whole Gafan taller than him.
Yeah. that like is a whole Gafon taller.
Gaffin.
My glaive's only like 2.5 Gafons.
Are you talking? Are you trying to interact with Gafon or just tormenting him?
I'm intentionally so for like 3 days, I'm getting in his way. Like I'm making him turn around because I know what he's going to do. A day or two after that third day, I'm going to be like intentionally watching him closer.
Okay. So occasionally, Gafon, as you're working away with Atlas, you just feel like this warm, just this hot, searing gaze upon you as you're just being stared down by Levine. And at one point, as you kind of look over your shoulder, making sure that you know what's happening, you kind of mess up a bit of the spell, and you're like, ah, fuck. I am gonna roll the D100.
Death Ray.
The floating tower is no longer floating.
It's careening into your ship.
A storm sets upon the horizon. Streaking bolts of lightning, booming thunder, rattling the small amounts of glass in the ship. The waves swell and rise. Thousands of fish appear spotted across the surface of the sea as they're just shocked to death by the lightning storm ahead. And then the water seems to swell up in this massive, almost outstretched fist towards the sky, and the sky battles back down with another fist, and this massive hurricane funnel forms right in your path. Not being wanting to risk their crew for a faster path, a slightly faster path, you guys go a fair bits around it. But even then, everyone, even all yourselves, Atlas is down below deck, basically strapped to his bed, so he's not fucking breaking a hip or something. Crates up above deck, helping with the ropes. Everyone is pulling their weight at this point. Jasper, how are you assisting? There's water coming overboard. There's a few frights of people being swept off deck. People are climbing the riggings of the three masts. There's stuff being secured below. There's navigation.
I guess if there's like climbing or things that need to be done,
Are you gonna try and go up into
I
the
can
rigging?
help with that. I mean, the sailors are probably better at it than I am.
Yeah.
So only if it was like an emergency and there was no one else. But for the most part, I would be staying on deck and just helping out
Large.
whatever way I can.
Even or odd?
Odd squad, baby.
Okay, so Jasper, as you're up above deck, just basically tied down, making sure you don't get fucking flung overboard. The ship upheaves over one swell and smacks down above. You hear a bit of the hull timbers creak a bit. Fortunately, they're not cracking. However, one of the riggers, he heaves off and slams down onto the deck. Fortunately, avoiding the water, and is on the deck, not being swept away in the current. But you hear a loud crack. His the top part of his thigh, the bone is sticking out at an odd angle through the skin. His one arm's bent behind him at a very bad angle, and the captain just looks to you and points and gestures up, just go. And you see a couple ropes swinging around. It looks like one of those has been loose, so you're the closest one.
I'll go for it.
I need an athletics or acrobatics check, please.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Are you at the level where you can use your bardic inspiration?
Like just on my own
Yeah, I don't think
stuff
you can
like that?
yet.
I don't think so.
I think that's a lot later.
Double check. Because I think that's a different college, right?
I don't think it's a different college. I think it's... You are lore. Perilous skill is level 14, which allows you to add a bardic inspiration to your ability check. That's for you for college lore. But yeah, that's a while's way off. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, you begin sliding up the rigging and you just slide down. It's too slick. Levine, you see Jasper trying to do this. You saw this man fall from the high up timbers. This is the central mast, so it's the highest. What are you doing?
I mean, I would have, this whole time, I would have been doing basically the only thing I know how to do, which is secure many, many lifelines and prep for things. So
Okay.
if I would probably just try and be helping Jasper
Okay.
get up.
All right. Rick?
I'm just gonna run where Crate went, and because he's trying to like secure rigging and stuff, right?
Yeah, he's securing lines. He's securing some barrels and stuff that are on deck currently. He's just making sure everything's battened down.
Cool. I'm gonna turn to an ape and help him.
Okay, very nice. Gafan, what are you up to?
Are
Are you below deck trying to secure some of the materials and stuff that are rattling around?
Hang on, let me see. So I would have actually gone up top and ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
That way, and I could pick 9 crew members. So I would have picked, I don't know how many crew members are up there, but
there's about 16 currently running around.
okay. Well, is it 9 9 specific, or can I keep changing them? Essentially, what I'm trying to do is, because I can create an atmosphere in there, I want to create somewhere where somebody can come in out of the bullshit weather and like stop fighting the nature for a couple minutes to relax and then go back out.
Okay.
Because even under the deck, they're still getting tossed around and stuff.
Yeah.
But I can kind of control all that inside the tiny hut.
Yeah. Okay.
So kind of like a safe space. Come in, take a 5-minute break, go back out.
Yeah, a lot of the sailors, they dart in and out. They try and dry off. They dry their hands so that it's not us like against the ropes that are already dry, and they just basically it's a small dry spot that they are able to duck in and out of for a bit.
With a 10-foot dome, they can just duck in, out of the bullshit for a minute, and then go back to work.
Jasper, you are being assisted
but I
by...
have to remain inside, so...
Yeah, Jasper, you're being assisted by Levine. Levine tosses up a rope around a pulley and tries to just hoist you up. Give me another athletics or acrobatics check. Jasper at advantage.
Advantage.
23. Very nice. So you managed to climb up the side rigging, grabbing some of the ropes that are flaying about that the one crew member had dropped as he fell from the sky, and managed to secure it around you. Tie up. You're shoring up some of the main sheet and getting everything secured. couple hours go by, everyone is soaked through to the bone. Even stuff below deck is getting soaked because water's sloshing overboard and then pouring down the stairs. I mean, it's not an airtight vessel, right? Eventually, you manage to skirt far enough away and around away from it. You've still got gray skies overhead and rain coming down, but it's not the torrential thunder, lightning, and swirling vortex and swells that you were experiencing. Jasper, you're finally able to come down from the rigging. Your hands, the gloves you were wearing, they've been cut through by the ropes, slick with seawater. Your hands are stinging and burning. You've got massive rashes on your hands. Levine, you yourself also just cut through. Larch, your ape form it's dropped twice now. Did you bring it up the second time? Because it's more than 2 hours go by.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So at around the third 3.5 hours. So you've only been out there in the rain for an hour and a half as large form. But the storm quiets. Some of the crew go into Gafon's hut. Levine, you return below deck. Okay.
Yep.
Jasper.
Where's the guy who got hurt real bad?
He's below deck in the surgeons.
There's someone looking after him.
There's a few people looking after him. The surgeon and the surgeon's mate.
Yeah, I had below deck.
Not the surgeon's friends, but the surgeon's mate. And Larch, you're heading below deck. Are you staying up here?
I'll stay up for a little bit.
Yeah, Crate's going down to check on Old Man McGee. Levine, you're doing what we talked about? What you said to me? Okay. Josh, some people, Gafon, some of them are in there. They're getting dry bandages out from deep oil-sealed packs, wrapping up their hands from the wind and stuff. They're just getting out of the rain, and I'll give you a nod and thank you profusely. You gonna stay in there for a couple to the end of your spell, or are you gonna drop it?
I'll stay in there until either the spell ends or the rain starts dying down some.
Okay. So
I don't know how long it's going to take us to start heading away from the storm.
Yeah, you guys did basically a massive U around, because fortunately the hurricane funnel is only in a couple mile radius, so you're able to kind of go out it. So you're basically the spell ends before the rain dies away, though, because it is a fairly large storm.
8 hours of doing that, or no, 24-hour spell. No, 8 hours. It's 8 hours.
It's 8 hours, yeah. So, Gafon, as the spell ends, it's still a fairly light drizzle. The sea's kind of rocking back and forth a bit. Where are you heading?
I would probably go back to my room exhausted.
Okay.
It's a long time to concentrate on a spell.
It is. You open the door, and there inside is Levine, just wrecked. Fortunately, it's dried off a bit, but are you standing, or are you just sitting, or you're just there?
Sitting.
Okay. You're just sitting on Jasper's bed, and you guys are there.
So as I open the door, I see her, and I'm just like, do a little spin move and sit on the other side of the wall, and just like.
She's been there for 5 hours now.
And spins around in the
Jasper, your bed.
chair.
Jasper, your bed, by the way, is soaked through because all the water off Levine just soaked onto Jasper's bed.
All right, I haven't used it for 2 weeks, so.
Levine just turns around petting a cat.
Yeah.
No, it's Archimedes.
Just 1 million superior gold.
It's the
No.
flying cat.
When I hear the door open, I'm going to use a loud, strong voice that says, if you're not coming in, you're going to be staying out there for the rest of the trip.
Your bedroom's been taken over.
And then I pet the cat.
The door slowly starts to close.
I get comfy on Jasper's bed then.
So
I
Gafon,
go
you
to
don't.
Levine's room.
Levine's room is locked.
I dimension door into Levine's room.
Have you ever been in Levine's room? I
That's good.
no, I haven't, but I don't have to have. So
Okay. You're in Levine's room. A
I'll
lot of their armors and weapons are there.
okay. I will ritual cast Tiny Hut again, and I'm the only one allowed in Levine's room now.
Okay.
I love how he thinks this is a smart move.
Larch
This
just
is even
opens the door.
smarter.
Boom. Boom.
I dimension door into Levine's room.
Ah!
What happens in that?
You're able to get
scenario?
in because Dimension Door can go through the tiny hut. It doesn't stop magic.
Yep.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then I go to sleep.
Okay. So Larch, you open the door, and there's just this shimmering. What color did you make the outside of your dome?
Let's go lavender.
There's a shimmering Levine colored wall in front of you as you open the door to your room.
I just press my hand on it and I'm just like poking it.
It's like undulating like jello.
Hello?
Gafon, you hear hello?
I'll let him in.
As you're just kind of pressing your weight against it, you go, oh!
Oh, I like what you done with the place.
Yeah. I'm hiding.
Oh. Where you hiding from?
Your roommate?
Is that you now? I mean, because
I mean, well, she's in my room, and she says that I'm not allowed back there. So
oh,
I don't think she'd ever suspect me hiding in her room.
that's a pretty good hiding spot, actually. I'm not gonna lie. What happens when she comes back to her room to sleep, though?
I don't think she will. I'm pretty sure she's just gonna camp my room.
Hmm.
But if she does, she can't get in.
Okay.
The whole wall.
Oh, right. The whole hello thing. Yeah.
Yep. That just happened.
Do you let Rowan in, Gafon?
Oh yeah.
Did
Rowan
we-
was in with me?
Didn't we drop Rowan and the cat off somewhere? Because I feel like we talked about not bringing them into
Nope,
danger.
you never did.
Potential
Yeah,
Kraken
maybe not.
territory.
You
Oh.
dropped Rowan off. You left Rowan at the front chamber when you went to speak to the original Sphinx.
And we left Rowan before we
Not-
fought the Beholder.
Yes, but you still have
Right.
Rowan here with you.
Yes. Well, Rowan, I guess it's time to go to Levine, Jasper, Gafon's room. This is a confusing sleeping situation now. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go to the other room.
I'm trying to stay away from her because the whole I lightning bolted her in the back of the head and it didn't work out real well, and I'm afraid she's going to kill me. She's been stalking me for the past couple days too. It's weird.
Have you tried talking to her?
No, she's not the type to talk.
Hmm.
Like every time we've talked, it hasn't gone well. So
Have you tried apologizing to
I
her?
did that right after the whole lightning bolt thing. And then she did the tail flick, and that usually means that the last time she did a tail flick that had anything to do with me, she hit me with an axe.
I have never seen Levine do a tail flick. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is true. Larch is
She hit
normally
me
in
with an
front of her at the time she's doing that.
And I don't know if you've ever been hit with an axe, but it's not an enjoyable event.
Just been hit by
I've
an
been
axe
hit with a
beak.
lot of stuff.
What's that?
I said, I've been hit by a lot of stuff in the past few months.
Yeah, so I have decided to give her all the space that I can, and that means just not being around her at all. I think it's safer for me to do that.
Jasper, as you're going to go to bed in your little corner that you've dug out for yourself, as you're walking past Gaffon's room, you see the
Wood
door
has been worn smooth in his little spot in the floor.
where he does little circles and has a little pillow. Jasper, as you walk past Gaffon's room, you see the door is half open, and there on what was your bed is just a sitting tiefling. The door's open for the first time.
Before going back to my room, Jasper would have made sure he went to like the medical wing and had somebody like dress the injuries on his hands like very delicately because they're very important to him. And then so I get back and like I like slowly push the door open with one finger. Like this is the first time it hasn't been locked since we left Nightstone. So I'd like slowly push it open and like peek my head in. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry, I seem to have gotten your bed wet.
That's okay. Where's Gaffon? He hasn't been letting anybody in here. I've been sleeping in the hall. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I did notice for sure.
It's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. He's not in here now. Are you going to sleep in here?
I mean, is his bed dry?
Yes.
I'll take his bed. I'll just start putting my things down and settling into bed.
Just a soaking wet goblin comes in and just starts drying off and then just hops into Gaffon's bed. Okay.
Do you know where he went?
Too tired to follow him this time? And even more tired, too tired to care?
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of them lately.
I can guarantee you've seen more of him than I have.
Okay, well, good night.
Just kind of rolls over as Levine's awkwardly sitting in there.
Now, once he rolls over and goes to sleep, I'm going to leave the room and lock the door behind me.
Okay. Jasper, you're locked in.
Wait, like it's locked from the outside?
No, not from the outside.
You're stuck in here with me.
Giving Jasper the turn with the locked door. So I'm just going to go up on deck.
Okay. Jasper, by the way, when your hands were healed, it was Giuseppe, the chef, because the surgeon and the surgeon's mate are currently still dealing with Todd. Giuseppe just basically grabbed like this green fungus, like smelly cheese paste, smeared it on your hands just roughly, and then just wrapped some like mostly dry bandages around it and just patted you on the head and scooted you out.
Hands are gonna fall off.
But they do feel better.
I definitely the first thing I'd do after leaving the room where he did that would be to like make sure I can still play my lute.
Yeah, like it's a little clunky with the like big bandages around the center of your hands, but yeah, you can still do it.
Yeah.
So, Larch, you're heading towards Gaffon's room?
Sure.
Or did you say you were going to bed?
I would head towards Gafon's room.
Okay, so as Levine's leaving and locking the door, you guys like bump in the hallway. You bump into Levine.
Oh God, he's gonna give me up.
Hey,
Yeah.
ride or die, man.
What's going on?
I got Jasper his room back.
Small victories.
All I can take at this point. I made the mistake of trying to talk to Gafon.
I look at her tail.
Is it swishing?
Does it look?
No.
Yeah, what's going on with the two of you?
You would have to ask Gafon that. Everyone at this point seems to have more information than I do.
Fun's it's always been a funny little character.
I guess some people would be amused.
He's just worried.
Worried about what?
We're just worried about pissing off a good friend, even though he'd never admit that, probably. He would say something like a good ally or asset. But I think I know what he means.
My tail starts flicking, and I'm going to push past Larch and go up on deck.
Okay.
Lark just looks at his hands and goes, "Oh no."
I've done it. Oh God, she hates me now too. Okay. Couple days
I
go
guess
by.
I go into Jasper's room now.
Jasper's room is locked.
It's locked.
I sleep in the hallway where Jasper slept.
It's a very awkward angle for your back because he's considerably smaller than you. So your back kind of like dips at a really weird angle in the groove he's carved for himself. So, a couple days go by. The ship's repaired. Some of the crew are dangled off the side of the boat and repair some of the outer hull because some of the hull was just damaged and stuff as well during some of the swells.
Hull is basically a side roof.
Or a wall.
Side roof.
Okay.
4 rooms and a roof.
4 weddings and a wedding. Levine. During one of the nights, as you're sleeping, you get some brief, faint flickers of this flaming crater in the earth. And as the crater begins to just, at the bottom of this, just this muddy earth, looks like it maybe have landed on a building or something, there's stone and tiles and stuff. It begins to slowly just kind of peel and fall away. And in the center, on the sides of this now hole, is just this slow spiral staircase. And at the bottom of who knows how far, your eyes kind of do like a reverse zoom. You kind of pull back, but your eyes zoom in. And at the bottom of the hole, you see with glowing green flame eyes the skull of a wolf shrouded in furs. with a massive obsidian greatsword on their back and a shawl of purple silk around their shoulders. And this large maw of just bony, jagged. Occasionally, there's like these. One of these teeth look almost like a platinum tooth. One of them looks almost like was broken off and replaced with like a unicorn's horn or something. Just this mixture of bony, fragmented teeth just kind of curl up without any lips into just this smile. And just look at you. And then the earth begins to seal back over. And you wake up in the morning. Large. At around 4 in the morning, as you're resting, you hear Larch. Saw human under banner again. Concerned. Another dragon dead. More giants dead as well. North is falling.
Thank you. Heading to Oasis.
That's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Got 21.
Keep me posted on future events. We'll head back to Grove as soon as possible. That's 20.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
XOXOXO.
Mwah. Love. Watch. Okay.
You pooping?
Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
As you wake up in the morning, feeling like P. Diddy, gonna head out the door, gonna hit the city.
Hit the city?
TikTok on the clock. You wake up, just bleary-eyed, sun's shining through the porthole. Your mouth is fuzzy and just sea breath in the air. And do your morning ritual, and as you're getting your loot ready to sling across, one of the strings is missing.
Oh, fuck. It's not broken, it's missing.
Yeah, it looks like it's been completely unstrung, and one of the strings is missing. The other 3 strings are there. The 4th is missing.
There's a pebble in your shoe.
Jasper just jumps off the boat.
Well, Jasper definitely would have backup strings. So I would go up on deck and start restringing that string and like just side-eyeing like everybody.
Go fun. Roll an intelligence check.
Maybe?
6.
Oh, no.
Okay. This last few steps of Atlas's magic is just not sitting in your head. You get to a certain point, it's building, and then it just fizzles completely. Okay. And now, this is...
Story of the girl.
the fourth D100 of this session. Who would like to roll it?
I'll do it.
All right. Do it up, baby.
No enemies.
80.
Is that the same we got before? Oh no, we got 87.
earlier.
Another hurricane.
This one's just a little less, though.
Mm-hmm. On a scale of 1 to 100, it's one less. The Flying Dutchman comes back.
And the hurricane.
Oh no.
A flock of birds. They just seem to be it's a small flock of. There's a couple morning jays, a couple crows, and two pygmy albatross. Just sit upon the mainmast for the next 5 days. They don't move. They don't circle. They just sit up there. If they get scattered off, they fly away and then come back. And they just
After
sit there
like a day,
watching the
I
crew.
would. After like a day, I would like speak with animals.
What do you say?
Hey, how you doing up there?
They don't look at you. They don't seem to acknowledge your voice.
You guys are right up there. Can I try and detect magic on them?
They're a little out of your range. You could try and climb up there if you want.
Yeah, I'll climb up to the. Is there like a crow's nest?
No, there's an albatross nest. Yeah. Go ahead and roll an athletics or acrobatics.
Oi.
Unless
What am I rolling?
do you have the sailor background?
Nope.
Okay.
What am I doing? Athletics?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Please not athletics because I am -1.
15. All right. Yeah, you managed to scuttle up. The birds are about 5 feet away on the outside rung of the mast.
And
They're
then
just-
I will detect magic and try to talk to them.
You sense magic from them, necrotic magic. And as you're closer, you just kind of look them over. One of the birds, their eyes kind of a bit out of the socket and kind of dangling down by their beak. Some of its chest cage has been opened up, and there's just ribs and guts peeking out. These look like necrotic birds, or undead birds. It's probably why they didn't understand you, as they're not animals anymore.
That doesn't sound good. I'm gonna try and do like a ray of frost at them. Just try and get them to get out of here.
Okay, you shoot the mass, they scatter off. A couple minutes later, they come back.
I'll wait till I see Gaffon on the deck of the ship and yell down to him.
Ah! What do you yell?
Hey, you know anything about these like dead birds? But they're like undead kind. They're like zombie birds.
Gavon, you're coming up for some fresh air after fucking up the magic again. Just frustrated, you come up to kick a bucket or something. You know, as you do, and you look up and there's
bucket. That's something else.
no,
Can.
kick a bucket, not kick the bucket.
Oh.
You look up and
Not the
there's
titular bucket.
just some birds up there by Larch. Larch is yelling at you about undead birds.
You found some birds, Larch.
Yeah, but they're like rotting.
Then don't touch them. Birds are nasty.
But they're like alive rotting.
the serious, don't touch them. Birds are nasty. They'll get you sick. Like just mindlessly, just like
Yeah. That's fine. Go.
yeah. Like I know, Larch. Yep, they're birds. As I'm trying to like replay this spell in my head, trying to figure out what went wrong and over analyzing it.
I'm gonna draw the birds.
You're gonna draw the birds.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a
Pull
good?
out
Are you a good
my
drawer?
parchment. We're about to find out.
All right. Roll me a sleight of hand check. So you're good. So good drawing. How gory are you going? Are you going like cartoony, like haha, they're undead, or like you going like horror drawing?
Close as I can to the original
Okay,
piece.
you're going realistic. All right. Yeah, it's a good drawing. Some of the crew, when you show them later, that's fucking gross bird, man. It's cool. They give you like
it's right up there.
they like give you a fist. They fist you.
No.
What do you mean no?
What do
No.
you mean, no?
No means no. That's what it means.
But yeah, they hang around for the birds hang around for about 5 days and then they just fly off.
Bye. Hope you find your real dad.
Every night for those 5 nights when I go to sleep, I put my loot in its case and sleep like with my arms around it.
And every night I put the picture on the porthole window of Jasper's room and then take it away real quick.
Just gets backlit.
I'm guessing at some point I would have found the my door unlocked, and I would have moved back in. But I will Jasper. I will allow Jasper. I just like when he's in there, I'm just like up against like my side, just like leaving everybody alone.
Yeah, that after that first night, I would have had the door unlocked and I'd be sleeping back in my own bed.
Your bed's still a little squishy, but that's all right.
And I think I'd get the sense that Gafan's trying to not talk to people and would probably leave him alone.
Okay. One morning, the captain calls out, "Make ready for port. You're about to dock." Food stores have been slowly running out. You've not had to start rationing yet, but some of the crew are drinking a little too much grog than they should be, so it's running out as well. It's a small kind of sea shanty town. It's out on large stone and wood timbers. Kind of, this whole town itself is on this large T-shaped quay or quay out on the ocean itself. It's almost like this massive floating city, just kind of a little bit anchored towards the shores on stilts. You meet a couple friendly harbor masters. The crew, you guys spend the night there. You guys are more than welcome to spend the night on board or in the tavern if you'd like. There's only one tavern. You're not going to get away from the rocking of a ship because this city itself is constantly rocking. But it's up to you guys. It's a silver, so it's basically negligible for you guys at this point.
Superior silver?
No, it's actually lesser silver, so it's only worth 1 electrum. Good thing Jasper just made electrum. You managed to get the ship stocked in the next 14 hours or so as you're on board. Levine, you, as you're just kind of hanging out on a slightly sturdier ground than the boat, a small child bumps into you. Just kind of looks up at you. Hi. It's just a small human girl.
Hello.
You're pretty.
Thank you.
Where'd you get that scar?
Which one?
You have more than one? You're so cool. And she kind of lifts up her shirt a bit and shows this massive gash. It looks like she was almost completely cut in half, but it's been healed over and is long gone from pink to pale white. I only have this one.
That's an impressive one.
Yeah.
I kind of blink a couple times and then I'll lift my shirt and show her a large burn on part of my rib cage.
Does it hurt?
Not anymore.
She pokes it real quick. That's so cool. You're cool. I like you.
Thank you.
You're nothing like the other tiefling we met.
What other tiefling?
Well, she was bright red and she had no scars. She was very pretty though, like you, but she wasn't very nice to mommy or daddy.
When was this?
She just kind of closes her eyes and she kind of looks like she's constipated for a moment. I'm 8. So
Yesterday.
10 years ago when I was 3.
I asked for that one.
Public schools aren't what they used to be, man.
No, man. It's gone downhill since
Back in the good old days.
Why was she mean to mommy and daddy?
Well, she killed them.
Before you were born.
Three
No,
years.
she was 3.
She was 10 years ago.
No, it was 5 years ago, silly. She doesn't know math, okay?
Do you remember? Do you remember her, or did someone tell you stories?
I remember her.
Do you remember what happened?
Yeah. We were not awake. What's that one? Sleep. And I said it first. And Grandma was looking after me. And that's right. Grandma was looking after me. And then Mommy and Daddy came home. And when they came home, Grandma left. And then as they were giving me goodnight kisses, you know, as the Mommy and Daddies do, the red tiefling lady came up and she had a sharp knife and just cut their throats and they bled all over me. It was really warm.
Yeah, blood is warm.
Did we go to Silent Hill?
A little bit. I'm hearing sirens. That must have been very scary for you.
No, I'm brave.
I can tell you came up to me.
You're not as scary as that one. And she points towards Larch.
Arch is like picking something out of his teeth. He's like, ah.
I mean, he has big ears.
Yes, but I bet if you run up very quickly and poke his stomach, he'll make a very high-pitched sound. And it'll make you giggle.
Then the red tiefling lady took me. And she gave me this one. This scar. Apparently, she needed my Kevlar? I don't know.
What happened to her after she gave you that scar?
Oh, she's gone. I don't know. She left onto the boat.
She took you and hurt you and then just left?
Yeah. Grandma found me.
Where did she find you?
Oh, just in the street.
Are you still with your grandma now?
No, she's dead too. No, it's just me.
You're not living with anyone?
I mean, people live with me, yeah. I'm brave, so
Up to the crew.
I'm brave. I look after them.
I understand that.
That's why Grandma always said after that, never trust a corsair.
A corsair.
Apparently, that's the name of that was one of the name of the ship that
Ship.
the tiefling escaped on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you, you already have so many interesting stories. A lot more interesting stories than people twice and 3 times and 4 times, and I glance over at Larch, and 10 times your age have.
People don't live that old. Silly.
And I look over at Larch and point, and I go, he does.
Larch, as you're just sitting there kind of just eating some it's fairly nice like surf and turf. You just see this wide-eyed, just kind of sandy red-haired child just spin around. You just wide-eyed look towards you. As she's talking to Levine.
I just turn around, wide-eyed, look at her and go, hey.
She walks over towards Larch. Your ears are big.
I take the hat off, and they flop up. Yeah. Ears are small.
No, my ears are normal.
Okay.
She runs back over towards Levine. He said my ears were small.
Did you call his big?
Well, yeah, they are.
Well, maybe he didn't mean that your ears were small, but that your ears are just smaller than his. And that is true. Do you want ears as big as his?
No,
Then why would you be unhappy?
because he's mean and I don't like him.
My mortal enemy.
Guess
Comes
that
back
Levine
and-
would be better than Larch with kids.
She comes back for Blood and Kill Larch Volume 30.
Yeah, she teams up with the farm kid whose dogs we murdered.
They find a retired larch like Thanos at the beginning of Endgame.
What did it cost? Well, it's been nice meeting you. Bye. And she just kind of skips away out of the tavern.
So how full is the tavern? What time is it?
At this point, most of the crew are gone back to the ship drunk because they came in a whirlwind, drank, and just ate the shit out of everything, and just went back. So that way they are at least on board when they go to leave in the morning, rather than getting left behind. So you guys are. I mean, I don't know if all of you are, but you, at least Levine and Larch, apparently are there. Just it's pretty late in the night. Actually, it's probably close to 11 or 12. Later than a young girl should be up, at least.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to either the bar or wherever I could get the tavern keeper in a fairly quiet spot, even though it's not like full. And I'm gonna ask him about 5 years ago.
5 years ago, I just opened up the tavern. It's a pretty bad year. Some of the trade routes were being plundered, and one of my wine casks was filled with sand when I got here. Why are you asking? Is this an audit? Ma always warned me about these.
No, I.
Do you need to see my books?
I've
I've got them in order.
Please no. I met a little girl.
Oh, that's Olivia.
Do you know what happened to Olivia?
Yeah. A ship came through, White Corsair, I believe. It kind of like your ship, came in a whirlwind. Crew came in drunk as hell, went back to ship. Captain, this mean mugging 9 foot something burly minotaur, more horns than minotaurs normally have, and there's a half orc with them, and a brightest red tiefling I've ever seen. Almost remind me of the colors the pit fiends are supposed to be, apparently. No offense to you, ma'am. Sorry. Not to associate you with devils or whatnot. Sorry, but the captain and the first mate stayed up well into the early hours. My dad came in the morning, and the captain and the first mate were there, passed out. Apparently they'd been playing poker or whatnot all night with themselves. Drank. But the tiefling wasn't there. Ship stayed for a couple days. Didn't see the tiefling again for 4 days or so after they got to port. Ran into the tavern, talked to the captain. They got out of here as soon as that. Seemed like they were waiting for her. This tiefling, she was very provocateur. She very revealing clothing all the time, large staff at her side. If I had to guess, some sort of mage or something. Like to use her looks to distract people from her power. tell you, distracted a couple of my bartenders. A little bit later, the Telsons show up, bloated, tied to one of the K poles, holding the city the town in place. Another day or two later, Olivia showed up in the center of town. Looked like the poor girl had been cut in half, except for some of the innards still attached in her. I don't know how her grandmother did it, but tell you, she was one hell of a seamstress. Apparently, something was taken from the girl. Seems fine now. Likes to tell the story, as you can know. But lost her grandmother a couple months later. Girls know how to
That
a lot
was
of good
last
luck.
time the White Corsair was back.
Yeah. Last we've really heard of it, about 5 years ago. That girl's not had much good luck. I try and give her food and stuff, but the Stevensons, they tried to adopt her at one point. The girl just kept slipping away, so now she just kind of hangs around the town. Why, you heard wind of these White Corsairs?
Yeah,
They still out there?
apparently there's a high bounty for the captain and the first mate. This tiefling is the first I've heard of it, though.
Now, sorry, I've gotten a few people through here the years, but I believe it was Captain Roben, a Riz, and a... Just a moment. I believe the provocateur tiefling, her name was... let's see here. Where are my notes? Got name notes, but nothing else. Where is it? There it is. She just went by Ira. I don't know if that's her real name or not, but yeah, I not heard much news about White Corsairs or anything. The captain and the first mate, they seem, nice enough. They paid the crew's money that the crew came in. They were scary mugs, but they seem to leave with no issue. But that Ira, she's no offense to you, but kind of puts a name to... We don't get many tieflings around here. It kind of puts a bad name to the tiefling.
Unfortunately, I'm used to that. If I leave some money with you to help with Olivia, can you make sure that that happens as she grows?
Yeah, I can get her some new clothes and stuff. Yeah.
Thank you. And I'm gonna leave one of my small pouches with 100 platinum in it.
He looks inside. It's more than this fucking town makes in like 10 years.
Mhm.
It's just
Oh, I'm gonna kit
The
this
girl's
kid out.
last name is Wayne.
I don't really
Martha.
have I don't think I have a strong enough lockbox for this. Do you have a chest or anything that's a good quality?
Yeah. So I can just trade him the small one I have.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, like, this is a lot of fucking money. This is most money than he's ever even really dreamed of.
We're gonna come back in 6 months, and this tavern's gonna be like 4 stories high, like gold everywhere.
I'm sorry,
Four
Olivia?
seasons now.
Olivia, who? But yeah, he just takes it and quickly locks up the chest, and no problem. This is how he gets the seed money to start a franchise.
This is how I slowly start controlling the entire eastern seaboard.
Wow.
Pretty
Buying
much.
off one tavern at a time.
You're a 50% shareholder.
You get the taverns and you control everything.
You're a 50% shareholder in fucking Holiday Inn or whatever. Make the big bucks.
Is there, so we've been at port all day, right?
Yes, most of the day, yeah.
Would you other three mind deafening yourself for a couple minutes? So, I want to, the reason why I've been staying away from everybody is I've been telling them it's because I'm scared, but it's more like I'm scared of her hurting me, but I'm more scared of me hurting them because I did. And I realize now how easy it would be for me to just like kill everyone. So like I'm dealing with that. But because I did hurt her, I have between my assets, gold and platinum, I have a total of 17,130 gold.
Okay.
And I want to get Levine the nicest animated shield that I can possibly find. I don't know if the town would have one.
This
But
town
if it would,
this town would not have one.
oh,
This is a fairly kind of backwater, just kind of port shop.
okay. Are there other boats or anything like that? Other trades
at
that
this
you
point
can through?
it's just you guys.
Okay, well, so what I want to do is if at any point, and I don't know how many ports we have moving on. I mean, we've only been going for like a month or maybe a little bit over a month. So I'm sure there's more ports south, but I want to find the nicest thing, pretty much the nicest thing I can get Levine to protect her from me.
Okay.
And then I wouldn't just give it to her. It was one of those things like if I found one here, I was going to put it in her room. That way, when she came back, it was there. So I want to do that plan as soon as as soon as it's feasible. Like I find a place that I can do this, and I'm away from other people and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that's along with the studies. That's my other like side goal.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Stefan killed us all.
He nuked the boat.
Oh no, fireball.
Well,
What's on fire already?
your outfit.
Thank you, girl.
Yes.
I believe on that we are going to end the session as you guys leave the shanty town behind.
While we're in town, I would want to buy some more strings for my loot
Okay.
if I can find them, and a lock for my loot case.
Okay. So you find a little lock. You
Gotta
find
be one of those little flimsy ones that you put on like a diary.
I mean, maybe a step above that.
yeah. So you find a little no-named sponsor as master lock, and then you head towards the luthery and get some strings for your stringed instrument.
I see what you did there. TT.
Does anyone else see anything in town before I set the scene of the ending?
I nuke the boat.
I'm sorry, that was really important to me.
No, it's all right. You're also the one who wanted to end near 10:30, so I'm doing this for you, Jesse.
Yeah, you got 8 more minutes.
Do you want to get into a fight for 8 minutes?
Nope.
Well,
I'll buy some mage stuff for 8 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
you head off the next morning, so you spend basically 24 hours there, restock, get some grog and stuff for the crew, make sure everyone's happy. Todd is unloaded on this boat on this journey, and a new crew member is hired. It seems Todd's injuries were very bad, and he needs some like stable healing. So he's going to be on one of the ships going north. He's going to be sent to an actual city. You head off. The rest of the day goes by. Sun begins to set, and I think we're going to end the episode there for tonight.
Sailing off into the sunset.
Sailing away from the sunset. Are we good to play next week?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think so.
I believe so. Okay. Barring children breaking limbs or Larch being deported to Florida, I think.
Yeah, let's hope I don't get deported to Walt Disney World.
Oh no, that'd be a shame. more time in France Epcot. No, that'd be awful. Thank you everyone for hanging in. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you all had fun, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Bye.